والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وبعد. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ به من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. إنه من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. أما بعد, inshallah, today, inshallah, I want to talk about, I will use English today, inshallah, for those who don't understand Somali or Arabic, inshallah. Today will forgive me because they are brothers and sisters who don't speak neither of those languages, inshallah, and they speak English, so they need the da'wah too. That means that they're part of Islam and they need the language, inshallah. So forgive me if I don't speak the language which you expected me to. And I love to speak Somali and I love Arabic. Arabic is the language of the Quran and the Somali is my native language. I'm proud of Somali and inshallah, alhamdulillah. Remember that Somalis, for those who don't speak Somali, brothers, try your best to learn your language. That is your language. You need to know your language. If you don't know your language, then what else do you think you're going to keep? Nothing you're going to keep. If you forget your language, that means you are the loser. You are the loser because you already lost your own language, brother. That is your identity. That is what makes you who you are. So inshallah, let's try to keep our language, inshallah. My point or my topic is not about language today, inshallah, but the thing is that I want to talk to two kind of people, two type of people. One is a parent and the other one is a child, or we call adult, someone who's not a parent. So let's see that one. As a parent, what do you know about your children? What do you know about your children? Do you know that you are responsible for your child? Do you know that Allah Azza wa Jalla will ask you about your grandchildren? Leave your own child, He will ask you about your grandchildren. So, if one of your child doesn't practice Islam, then what you gonna answer Allah Azza wa Jalla when He asks you about them? What you gonna tell Him? What are you gonna say to Allah Azza wa Jalla? You need to prepare yourself. There's an exam coming up, and that exam needs to be prepared, needs to be ready for. You need to revise. You need to go and ask yourself plenty of questions. You need to ask yourself, what am I going to say to Allah Azza wa Jalla? Am I fully responsible for my children? Am I not responsible? Am I like practicing or doing what Allah Azza wa Jalla expects me to do? What am I doing? You need to remember, you need to ask yourself this kind of question so you are at the right place and you already have the answers before Allah Azza wa Jalla asks you. Because Umar bin Khattab radiallahu anhu says that hasibu anfusakum qabla an tuhasibu. Call and account for yourself before Allah Azza wa Jalla calls you. Before Allah Azza wa Jalla accounts you, you need to count yourself before that. Remember that ulama, rahmatullahi alayhim, Allah Azza wa Jalla bless them all. They say that a parent or a mom or a dad will be asked or will be responsible for their 7th grandchild. It's not the first one, it's not the second one, it's not the third one, it's the 7th grandchild. Until the 7th grandchild, you will be responsible from the 7th up to your son or your daughter. So if one of your grandchild goes or becomes one of those who doesn't practice Islam or doesn't practice Deen, then you will be asked about them. You will be responsible. Allah will ask you, what did you do? Wallahi, there's sometimes, like, I see people, there's some guys, they come to me and they be like, you know what, I think I'm Muslim. Yeah, you ask him, like, are you Muslim? He's like, yeah, I'm Muslim. And then you ask him, like, okay, then he doesn't have anything to do with Islam because he doesn't practice Islam. But the thing is that he's a Muslim, and he says that he's like his grandparent, like his granddad, he used to do something like exercising. Do you know what this means? He means the Salah. He says that his grandparent, like his granddad, used to do like some exercises every day, like 5 times, which means the Salah. This means that he doesn't even know what is the name of Salah, leave alone the practice. Do you want to be those kind? Do you want to have those kind of grandchild? Do you want to have those kind of grandchildren? Do you want to? If you don't, then why don't you take some actions now? Why don't you try to your children? Why don't you teach them your children about their deen? Why? What are you waiting for? Why don't you start reading the Quran? Why don't you start coming close to Allah and asking Him to protect you and protect your family? Why don't you do? Why you always keep on looking for dunya, which will leave you, which will leave you one day? You're not gonna be asked about dunya. You're not gonna be asked about their food. You're not gonna be asked what clothes they wear. You will be asked about their heart. What kind of religion, what kind of deen they following? Are they following what we still call them deen, which are not deens? The deen of Allah Azza wa Jalla is Islam. Is your child pure or practicing Muslim, or is he a Muslim by the name, as we see plenty of people? You don't want to be those kind of grandparents, or you don't want to have those kind of grandchildren. So take responsibility now. Take action. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, "Qu anfusakum wa ahlikum nara." So you need to start with yourself and then go to your ahl, go to your family, start with your children, start with your husband. If your mom, if your dad, take full responsibility of your family. Teach your children. Try to collaborate with your wife. Think, ask each other question every day. What should we do to keep our children practice Islam, inshallah? So let's go to the children now. Brother, do you know that you say you're a child and you may be 15, 16? A baligh in Islam is a guy who is over 15 or 15. So at the age of 15, you are responsible of yourself. Allah Azza wa Jal will ask you whatever you do. You will be called and account for your action. Do you know that if you die now, who is 15 and above, and doesn't know Quran, or says that, yeah, I do, I pray, or you may lie to your parents and say that you pray in school, while you don't, Wallahi, Allah Azza wa Jal will ask you, and you will be judged. And if you fail, then you know where you're going. Wal-iyadu billah. So, brothers, let's take responsibility of ourselves. Let's try to be honest with Allah Azza wa Jal. Let's try to be honest with ourselves. Let's practice the deen. Let's be Muslim, not by the name. Inshallah, I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to protect us all, inshallah, and to make us one of the practicing Muslims, inshallah. And I hope this may change your life. This may change some of your actions, which you are about to do, which may not bless Allah Azza wa Jal. Please, Allah Azza wa Jal, inshallah. Let's all try to work together, inshallah, and keep reminding each other about what Allah Azza wa Jal asks us to do, inshallah. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to bless us all, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.